losing weight or losing body fat. So what is the aim for you? I think this video is going to be hopefully the best video that I've ever done in terms of explaining the reasons why people don't necessarily lose weight on the scales, but why they can look totally different in terms of losing body fat. So first of all, the aim should be to lose body fat. You should not be looking to lose as much weight as possible. Yes, the scales can come down as obviously you're in a calorie deficit, but it doesn't always happen. It's not always the case. I listened to an amazing podcast yesterday, which is why I'm doing this video, which I will share in my emails, on my socials. And basically, if you've got 45 minutes, you can go and listen to loads of studies. You can basically go and listen to 3 of the top guys in the industry, which break down exactly the reasons why, in a better way than what I can, why you are not losing scale weight, or why basically scale weight loss and body fat loss are totally 2 different things. So a lot of people that I speak to, a lot of people that I start working with cut the calories, they start to want to up the cardio, they start to basically, they reduce the calories really low, they take the cardio really high up there, and then basically they think the more energy they can burn, the better the body will be, the better weight loss they'll see, and it's not always the case. So what you should be doing, basically, the first thing that you should be doing, yes, obviously you're going to have some calorie restriction, but you don't want to be going too low at time in terms of like 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. If you are doing that, you're going to have reverse impact on your metabolism, on your body in general, on your hunger, on everything pretty much. So what the area should be, you should be trying to eat as high calories as possible to maintain as much muscle as possible, so that when you are basically reducing body fat, that you can still eat decent enough calories to maintain enough muscle. So obviously muscle is more dense than fat. Muscle, having muscle in your body has so many massive impacts, but it will have, at the end of it, it will impact exactly how you look. So someone who is, let's say, 80 kilograms and doesn't train, someone who might be 80 kilograms and does train, or someone who's 80 kilograms on the scales there, 80 kilograms on the scales there, can look totally different in terms of body fat percentage, in terms of body fat, in terms of how they look. I will share a picture of this as well. Maybe even put it onto this video, but yeah, 2 people weighing exactly the same can look totally different. So a specific weight doesn't look a certain way. So what you should be doing, this is the way that you should be going. You should be looking to have a calorie number in mind where you are adequately eating enough protein. So enough protein in your diet is massively, massively important. So you should be trying to eat enough calories. Again, you have to work that out, or you can get me to work that out, or someone who knows what to do to work it out. You need to be training for muscle. You need to be training with weights. So you are trying to build as much muscle as possible, or maintain as much muscle as possible. This will have a massive impact on your body fat. So basically, when your body is trying to lose fat, if you are not eating enough calories, then your body will go into tissue, so it'll start to take the fat out of the muscle essentially, which means obviously, yes, you'll drop the scale weight, but you're also dropping muscle mass. So when the body fat goes down, this means your muscle mass is going down. It means you're not going to look great. It means you're not going to look that much better. So the aim is body fat loss, not weight loss. So we want to maintain our muscles and be as full as possible in our muscles. So that's why we obviously want to be tracking calories at a certain level, but not too low. We want to be strength training, so you want to be putting as much resistance through your muscles as possible, and lifting heavy as much as possible. And then protein intake will be massively, massively key when it comes to your diet. Obviously, activity-wise, steps are a really good tool where you're not getting your body too high in terms of energy burning. So if you just go and blasting yourself doing cardio, like 30-minute cardio sessions here and there, thinking you're trying to burn more calories, that is not the way to go. Strength training and steps are the best way to go. Yes, you can add a bit of cardio in there if you want, but keeping the calories at a good level and a high level is really, really important. So yeah, mistake people make, again, you've probably made this in the past, you've cut your calories too low, you've got your exercises too high, and basically it doesn't equate. So it doesn't mean that doing that is going to get better drastic fat loss. It just means that, yes, the scale weight will probably drop more, but it means you're going to find it harder to sustain over a period of time. So you are going to find it hard if you are eating 1,200 calories a day and you're training 3-4 times a week doing cardio. Once you stop doing that, then your body's metabolism's shot at, everything's basically at the bottom, and you're going to find it really, really hard to build them calories back up without putting body fat on. So yeah, so this is why photos are so important. Too many people don't take photos, they just look at the scale weight. I have clients already working with me who are doing really well. They're ticking off the workouts, they're ticking off the calories, they're doing the right things in terms of habits, but the scale weight's not dropping. This does not mean that you're not losing body fat, and this is essential for people to understand. Many of you watching this video will be in this situation before. You might be good for 2, 3, 4, 5 days and you've not seen the scale weight move as much as what you think. And this is when you start to get in a bad mindset. You think it's not working, you think you need to change something. I need to take my calories lower, I need to take my activity higher, and it's not the case. You need to give it a certain amount of time before you can ultimately judge if progress is being made. If I could say to you now, you're going to stay 70 kilograms, but you are going to look drastically different. So basically your muscle mass is going to stay the same, your body fat's going to drastically reduce, or you can go to 60 kilograms, but you're going to look fatter, or you're going to look worse than what you currently are now. What would you take? So would you rather be heavier on the scales but look drastically different, or would you rather be lower on the scales and have your metabolism shot, feeling shit, and basically when you start to eat again, or when you start to get out of this routine again where you're on low calories, then you're gonna bump your body fats right back up. The aim should be building muscle or maintaining muscle, strength training regular, obviously eating enough protein, walking enough, getting the activity in through that. And they're the factors why basically things don't necessarily change. So the scales tell a very, very tiny percentage, but just remember the key points. Scales will look totally different for two sets of people. So two people can be the same scale weight, but look drastically different. The aim is to change your body fat levels, reduce body fat, maintain or build muscle, and that will mean you look more toned, you'll look better, you'll look more athletic, and you'll be a lot happier in your skin. So hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions on that, then please let me know, and listen to the podcast as well, because it's really, really in depth and it's really good, and hopefully this will help a lot of people.